I've been asked to discuss my impressions of Cultural Heritage Week that was held in Uzbekistan from the 22nd to the 27th of August. The aim of the meeting was to showcase a number of successes achieved by the World Society for the Study, Preservation, and Popularization of the cultural legacy of Uzbekistan, as well as future plans that the organization intends to undertake. The gathering included more than 300 participants from 40 countries and a host of media, not including the organizers, government officials, and volunteers. The conference took place in 4 cities: Tashkent, Bukhara, Tirmiz, and Samarkand. Perhaps the most surprising feature of all these activities that occurred was what did not occur. No one was left behind in any city. When taken all together, what must have been a logistics nightmare to organize was handled seamlessly. From an organizational standpoint, the highlight was the showcasing of an impressive 35 volumes in the series Cultural Legacy of Uzbekistan in World Collections. One of the outstanding memories that I have of this week is of having been greeted at each airport and at other events by a multitude of musicians, dancers, and young women laden with planters of naan, filled with a plethora of delicacies. At first, I, like everyone else, was shy and awkward by this attention. But truth be told, after a while, I got used to it. And I liked it to the point where I could not remember having lived without it. All of this abruptly ended when I stepped off the plane and into the customs line at JFK. My further reminder of my lowly status, as a further reminder of my lowly status, my wife greeted me at the airport in North Carolina without so much as even a piece of bread. So why visit Uzbekistan? What has the country to offer that one cannot find anywhere else? As a historian, I would be remiss if I overlooked the country's historical significance, located as it is in the heart of Central Asia, where the Silk Road cities of Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva teem with monuments. While much deserved, these cities have their predecessors, like the ancient river port of Kamper near the Amudarya, with its citadel and city and walled towers. The site has been proclaimed by the world-renowned academician Yevgeny Vasilyevich Rykveladze as none other than the famed Alexandria Oxiana, founded by Alexander the Great. It was our great honor to have witnessed the official opening of this important archaeological site as it was entered into the UNESCO World Heritage List. Kamper Tepe, along with its medieval counterparts, testifies to the country's centrality as a nexus of the free flow of goods and peoples and ideas. This explains why the organizers of this week of cultural heritage titled it Uzbekistan, the crossroads of great roads and civilizations, empires, religions, cultures. While the Silk Roads are certainly the key that draws most people to the country, there is much more to engage the visitor. The Amudarya and Sirdarya, the waning Aral Sea, and the snow-capped peaks of the Tian Shan Mountains, not to mention the beauty of the deserts and the Fergana Valley in the north, and the majesty of the beautiful Baisun region, listed by UNESCO as one of its masterpieces of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. In the United States, where industrial production has succeeded in destroying both the taste and the nutritional value of wheat, it is refreshing to find a bread, naan, that is not only highly esteemed, but culturally revered. Can you imagine a bread that tastes like a slice of heaven? That there are as many kinds of naan as there are provinces, and in some cases, even individual cities with their own specialties. Imagine a world in which processed food is replaced by the sweetest tasting fruits, picked when they are ripened and not before. Fresh tasting nuts, let alone plov, samsa, and shashlik kebabs, salads and soup, and then, if there's any room, dessert. On more than one occasion, the question was asked, have I died and gone to heaven? And always the reply came, no, you are in Uzbekistan. Is there anyone in Uzbekistan who does not dance? We were fortunate to attend the Sharktaranalari International Folk and Ethnic Music Festival in Registan Square. This was another in a long line of festivities. Recognized as a UNESCO International Cultural Event, the concert brought together a plethora of singers and dancers and musicians. This Melodies of the East, lasting for a week, marked Samarkand once again as the center of world culture. The night we were there was like honey for the soul. One's senses were bombarded with a multitude of sights and sounds. Almost every night of our visit was marked by music and dancing. How nice to see a people who celebrate life, who celebrate freedom, and who celebrate cultural diversity as a tradition of unity. And while it may well have changed over the millennia, the Sogdian whirl is still very much alive and well. Finally, one of the most powerful impressions that will remain with me is twofold. At the Kamper Tepa ceremony, a group of elders who lived nearby welcomed everyone, knowing that their lives were about to change with the influx of tourists and researchers from around the world. Rather than becoming fearful, they have welcomed their newfound circumstances, embracing foreigners by sharing with them this new archaeological treasure. Similarly, I was struck by the eagerness of so many young people who participated throughout Heritage Week. They consistently expressed their optimism and enthusiasm about the future, looking forward to the opportunities that lie before them. The World Collections Project aspires to promote a reevaluation of the past. It is a celebration of identity that is wholly dependent on education. At a time when so many countries are transfixed by a descent into fear as the means to confront the future, it is refreshing to find a country that prefers to greet the future by using the past to understand the present in order to embrace the challenges that lie before it. Unfolding before our eyes is one of those rare moments when we witness a country that has decided to embark on a journey of creating for itself a new sense of place and to greet the unknown with a sense of optimism. In the words of William Shakespeare, it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Thank you.